I have been in business for 4 years, and there are three tools that I can honestly say have cut out the stress and the mental breakdowns from what it entails to actually run a business. Because let's be honest, you're wearing so many hats, you're doing so many things, and we are programmed to work a 9 to 5 job. So when you venture into being an entrepreneur and having all these things you have to do yourself, because even if you do eventually get a team, you still have to do it yourself or know who to hire for the stuff. It can be a little bit stressful, to say the least, and mental breakdowns do tend to happen. From speaking to other business owners and my own personal experience, those breakdowns tend to happen the first year where you question, like, did I do the right thing? Should I go get a job? So just know that if you're in that first year of business and you're having these thoughts, it's completely normal, okay? We've all been there. You need to know, this is the thing, the mental breakdowns happen, and like the stress and the obstacles, they come up. So you need to know your why. You need to know your North Star, why it is that you're doing what you're doing, what brought you to actually start your business. Because it's not like you decided to become a doctor, walked into the hospital, and just started performing surgery on people. Like, that's not what happened here. There's a reason that you wanted this and that you wanted this change in your life. And the more that you can remind yourself and get even more and more clear on what that why is, it really does help you stay committed to seeing this fully through. I will say after that first year, a full-time business owner, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I know what I'm doing and I'm doing it well. And now I know like where I can elevate. So just keep that in the back of your mind that you need your why, which is basically your North Star and your reason for doing what it is that you're doing. So let's talk about the three tools that cut out the stress and the mental breakdowns from running my business. Number one, it's Asana. If you haven't heard of this, this is really an online platform that allows you to work with a team member if you have it. And if not, it's a great place to kind of virtually, digitally map out your calendar for the week, the month, the year. And it is fantastic. There are so many other programs like this as well that you can use, like Trello, Slack. There's a lot out there. So find one that works for you. This is the one that I like to use currently, and I absolutely love it. And I'll be honest, I use the free version, and it provides me with everything that I need, including having team members on there. So I'm like, yes, I love you. Now, what I do, this is the key. You have to plan out your week in advance, okay? Because when you show up every day not knowing what to do, you're spending a lot of time thinking. And it's not enough to say, like, post on social media today. You need to at least have an idea of, like, what you should post. Is it going to be a reel? Do you know what service you're promoting or what transformation you want to talk about, or what lifestyle you're selling? Like, you need a little bit more information so that when you're showing up, you're not spending half an hour just thinking about what it is that you actually have to do. You can actually go and do it. Okay, that's number one. Plan out your weeks in advance. I love to use the calendar option on Asana, and once you go in there and you look at their thing, like, you'll know why. It's pretty amazing. Then what I do is that I try to bulk my 3 tasks for the day. So these are my top 3 tasks that I try to get done or focus on getting done before usually noon. Before noon, because at noon I'm like starving. I have to walk away from the computer. So I try to get these done before noon. These are my top 3 tasks that if I don't get them done, it actually screws me over for the rest of the week. Best way of saying it. Like, it just really does. Either because they're deadline focused, or because if this doesn't happen, then that can't happen. Those sort of deadlines are the ones that I focus on in the morning, because what I notice is that by doing that, it reduces the mental stress. And in the afternoon, it's like I feel like I have a lighter day. And if something were to come up, or like, oops, I forgot that I have to go buy a gift for someone because their birthday is tomorrow, or someone calls me up and they're like, hey, I want to stop by, can I have a coffee, whatever, I can say yes, and I'm not stressed out about it. I'm not in the back of my mind going, I want to say yes, but if they come or if I go do this, then that means I'm working late today because I have to get this stuff done. So it really reduces the pressure, and it made me actually have more time freedom in my calendar. Then you can also set up like projects and different work for clients. You can even add team members. I mentioned that. So it is just an amazing space, and that's something that really allowed me to reduce the stress, because then I wasn't holding on to so much information in my head. It was just somewhere for me to easily access. Number 2 is using a calendar. I don't know why people hate calendars. They're like the best thing ever, especially when they're digital, okay? This, when I wasn't using it, I was double booking everything because I just didn't know what was going on. And I felt like I had time for nothing because I couldn't visually see empty space in the calendar because I wasn't putting anything in it. Okay? So it is important for you to use your calendar because you can see when you're busy, you can actually see how much empty space you have in there. And then you're no longer holding on to all this information in your head. And you can actually say yes to last minute things because you can visually see in your calendar if you're busy or if tomorrow you have 4 calls or not, right? Maybe if tomorrow you have 4 calls and you're like, I'm going to say no to this thing today because I need to get X, Y, and Z done so that tomorrow I can just focus on the calls and call it a day, you know? It's very crucial. You need to be able to visually see how much free time you have. The other one is scheduling systems, okay? These are like your processes, your systems within your business. This includes like batching and automating. Automating looks like pre-scheduling your posts so that you don't have to go in and do that every day. Batching looks like filming a whole bunch of footage that you can then access within your library on your phone to create reels and posts and stuff like that. That's really important because doing social media every single day, like, in all honesty, it's not that much fun. I rather go in there every day and connect with my community and like talk to people and have genuine conversations more so than go in there every day being like, oh, I have to post something. What the heck do I post about today? Same with your emails. Like, you can automate that. You can have a system that if someone signs up for a freebie, then they get like a series of emails from you that are all related. And then also, like, basically you're selling behind the scenes when you have a funnel like that. Your invoices as well. One thing that I loved was having an invoice system, which there's so many out there. You can do like Stripe, PayPal, there's so many others out there. That once I sent the invoice and I put a due date, it would automatically remind them because when you are new in business, asking people for money brings up a lot of money mindset blocks and other things. So having the system automatically do it for you, it like takes away the emotion associated with asking someone for money. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You know, the system and processes in your business reduce your stress and the guilt of not being in front of your computer 24/7. That is very, very important because you feel guilty as a business owner sometimes not being in front of your computer 24/7 when you don't have certain systems in place, knowing that things are actually being handled and taken care of so that you can show up and work 2 hours one day because you know exactly what needs to happen and you have that focus. If you enjoy this and want to learn more about how we can work together, I've linked my website at the bottom of this. I'm launching, or depending when you're watching this, it might already be launched, but it's a starting a business course. So if you're looking to start your business, I've created that. It's like step-by-step with how-tos. It is beautiful. I'm so excited about it. And then I also have spots available for one-on-one so that we can create these systems and make business so much more fun and easier for you. Have a great day, guys.